Media players space to play, M to mute, left and right to seek. When Special Forces soldier Dave Farrell was hemmed in by enemy fire in Afghanistan, he was worried he would die without saying goodbye to his family. "We got down behind some rocks and the rounds were coming in all around us," the retired Special Air Service Regiment corporal said. "I actually thought, this is it, I'm going to die. I'm gonna die in the desert of Afghanistan. I've only been here a couple of weeks, this is no good. I'm not gonna get to say goodbye to anyone." I had all these thoughts go through my head very, very quickly. To be completely honest, I was petrified. He recounts firing a rocket in retaliation. "It sailed straight over and went right above the top of their compound and just exploded and just dropped all 6 of the blokes there," he said. His is one of several confronting war stories told by Special Forces veterans as part of an exhibition opened at the Australian War Memorial AWM. It canvasses the history of Australia's Special Forces from World War II to Afghanistan and Iraq. Special Forces soldiers were at the forefront of Australia's war in Afghanistan for 16 years, and yet little is publicly known about the work they did there. Most of the media coverage was about the mentoring and reconstruction. But this exhibition shows the kind of work that people more readily associate with war, fighting and killing the enemy. The memorial's new show is a bid to tell parts of that story to the public before it becomes distant memory. Appropriately titled From the Shadows, it includes interviews with Special Forces soldiers who have never spoken publicly before. AWM director Brendan Nelson said while it was hard to tell the Special Forces story because of the secrecy surrounding their work, it was important. Their own families have no idea of the danger they face, Dr. Nelson said. Australian Special Forces include the Special Air Service Regiment, the 1st and 2nd Commando Regiments and the Special Operations Engineer Regiment. The perspective of family members left behind when their loved ones were deployed on classified missions is also included in the show. The memorial worked with Special Operations chiefs in making the exhibition, and every story and image was cleared by defense before being allowed into the show. The groundbreaking exhibition comes amid a wave of negative press about Special Forces actions in Afghanistan. A private defense inquiry is currently investigating the conduct of Special Forces in Afghanistan, and defense documents leaked to the ABC have pointed to problems within the culture of the elite units. There is now a growing desire in senior defense ranks to clear the air around the storied Special Operations units, and to promote an understanding of their work among the Australian public. Defence cites operational security as the reason why much of the Special Forces story cannot be told, and if you look closely at the footage in the show you can see pieces of equipment that have been blurred out so as not to give away any tactics or techniques. But the exhibition does include never-before-seen footage, recorded by soldiers in battle. There is confronting helmet camera footage from a medic who rendered first aid to Special Forces soldiers who had been shot, and interviews with soldiers whose lives were saved. There are more than 600 objects in the exhibition, including weapons used in combat. The show features dozens of interviews with Special Forces operators by award-winning journalists Chris Masters and Max Tritz. AWM senior historian and exhibition curator Carl James said it was a privilege to be able to work on the show. This exhibition allows the Australian public to get a unique insight into the skilled and enigmatic world of these highly trained operators, Dr. James said.